Hey everyone, it's Pastor23 Affliction, and today I want to talk about something very important. And this is going to be a tool that I think a lot of people are going to be interested in knowing about. So, I think at this point, pretty much everyone's heard about all the drama with TFT and everything that's been happening. If you don't know much about it, or if you don't really keep up with the news in the community, there's quite a lot of posts on Reddit if you want to know more about it. In the description below, I'll link a video to Asmongold reacting to everything. I know Asmongold's not everyone's cup of tea, but he pretty much does go over everything. So, if you want to know basically all the drama, you can very easily find it there. I'll give a quick TLDR, but again, I don't want to get into drama on my channel. What's been happening over the past few days is that a lot of people are not happy with what TFT are doing. A lot of content creators got banned from TFT, and a lot of people are advocating for us to stop using TFT. And quite a lot of people have actually ended up leaving TFT over everything that's happening. The point is, I know a lot of people just don't like TFT in general, and a lot of people have been telling me, Allie, the strategy they're doing is great, but I don't have to use TFT to bulk sell, so I can't really do a strategy. Or, Allie, are there any alternatives to TFT? Or, Allie, can we do something that's not related with TFT? As I don't want to interact with it. And well, as much as drama sucks, honestly, this drama is one of the best things that could possibly have happened for PoE due to the amazing devs that we have in our community, making some really wonderful tools that have now given us the option to not have to go to TFT anymore to do our bulk trading. So I want to show you today our two websites. I want to go over Exile and I want to go over PoeStrat. These are both the front runners that have popped up from all this drama as replacements for both PoE Stack and for TFT bulk selling overall. The first one I want to go over is Wealthy Exile. Now, Wealthy Exile is very simple to use. All you have to do is just simply log in because the website needs to know what your account is, who you are, and what stashes to actually look for. And then once you're logged in, you simply just want to go over to the stash tab. And this is where you're going to be able to see everything that's in your current tab. And the very nice thing is it automatically pulls the tabs that you're going to be most interested in. Nice thing as well is you'll be able to keep track of your money through snapshots if you want to know how much your wealth has gone up and down. And even gives you a breakdown of specific items and how much each of those categories is currently contributing to your total wealth. So let's say I did a bunch of farming and let's say I have a bunch of scarabs like this and I want to get rid of them and I don't want to use TFT. Well, Wealthy Exile makes it so simple to do this. All we have to do is simply just go to filter by category. And if I want to sell specifically my scarabs, I would click on scarabs. It's going to automatically look at every single scarab I have. And all I have to do is just simply click sync. So it has the most up-to-date version of my tab. So it accounts for every single scarab. Then I simply just click the bulk sell button. I have to put a name in here and it automatically takes the name of whatever character you're currently on. And then I simply just need to move the slider to change the pricing based on what I want to sell it for. So in this case, let's say I want to sell my scarabs for 85%. Let's say I want to give people a really good deal. And this is the same slider that PoE Stack uses that is based off of Ninja prices. So it's going to be the same thing. If you're used to selling your scarabs at 85% on PoE Stack, it'll be the same thing here. But once I pick my current price that I want to sell, for example, my scarabs at, I just simply click list items for sale. As you can see, my offering for scarabs is just going to be listed with all the other offerings available here. And if we were to click on view details, we'll be able to see everything that I'm trying to sell, how much I want for each of it, and the total price. And if someone wanted to purchase this from me, for example, let's say I wanted to purchase this guy's scarabs, all I'd have to do is just simply click copy whisper and it would just immediately whisper them in game for the proper thing. Now, if you're a bulk buyer, this is also really convenient to use as well. So let's say I am a scarab buyer and I only am interested in buying scarabs from people to resell. Well, all I have to do is just simply click on filter by category in the trade tab. I just simply scroll to whatever I'm interested in. I can also type in here as well. So if I want to look for just any scarab and just resell scarabs, I can specifically filter out scarabs only. And here we can see every single scarab offer that people have. Now, a really nice thing that this has that TFT doesn't have is the slider up here. So let's say, for example, I only want to buy scarabs that are 90% or cheaper. Well, as you can see here, it automatically culls every single offering off of this list that doesn't meet your criteria for the multiplier. And because it's auto refresh, you'll be able to just leave this open and you'll be able to just instantaneously buy all these scarabs as soon as they come for sale for whatever range that you want. So for example, you'll never have to see any sort of high offers like this if you don't want to buy any sort of super high offers from people. Now, one thing to mention about Wealthy Exile is it's going to specifically take the tabs that you most likely are going to want to care about, but you can add your own custom tabs onto here if you want to list other things. So for example, if I were to click on these three little dots and then click edit tabs, this will show me every single tab that I currently have. And it'll let me specifically choose which ones are included in this. So in this case, I specifically chose Imprints Despair. And what I did in this tab is I went and added a bunch of beasts. And well, you can actually trade beasts through Wealthy Exile, at least somewhat relatively well. So what we can do for B specifically, if we go back to Stash tab and we specifically go over to the B section of this, as you can see, I put 2 chimeras in this tab and a bunch of random yellow beasts. Now, this is the parts that would need to be fixed to be able to make this amazing for beast trading in general. All the yellow beasts aren't listed as just yellow beasts. They're just listed as random beasts like this, and it makes it a little bit cluttered. Now, obviously, we can see the price of them here, so it's very obvious which ones are worth something and which ones aren't. And what I could do is I could set this as a bulk sale, and I could simply just come over here and see that, hey, I am selling chimeras, for example. Now, if there's a way for the website to allow you to set up a category for yellow beast specifically, just like how we have scarabs and high scarabs. So I could specifically sell my gilded and above scarabs, or how I can specifically sell all of my scarabs at once. If there's a section for beasts where it's high beasts or something similar to that for things like vultures, chimeras, matrons, and so on. So we can specifically list the high value beasts, and then a yellow beast section, which specifically would list everything except the high value beasts, and then put them all at the same price or allow you to specifically bulk sell for a given price, because yellow beasts aren't going to be sold like this. For example, this one's not worth 3C, this one's not worth 2C. It typically goes in a per 60 fashion. For example, I'd pay a div per 60 beasts, no matter what yellow beast they are. But if that could be fixed, then suddenly Wealthy Exile becomes really, really broken at selling beasts. Now, the thing about this is basically nobody knows you can actually sell beasts through this. As you can see, there's basically nobody that's offering beasts on here. And as we can see in this case, there are a few beasts on here, for example, that you would be able to purchase. And this would realistically just take a bunch of time for people to know about. But if the word about this can be spread around, then we could potentially be seeing beasts be sold directly through Wealthy Exile rather than us having to go into TFT for the people who are interested in buying high-end beasts, as this is kind of a reason for a lot of the high-end crafters to still stick around TFT. Realistically, most of the crafters, if there was another way to buy beasts in bulk like this, would immediately drop TFT and would just go without it completely. And with all this, honestly, in my opinion, this pretty much takes care of most of the functionality that TFT does. Now, currently, not that many people know about this. As you can see, quite a lot of listings get offered fairly quickly. And I'm hoping that making this video is going to give this a little bit of a boost, since this really deserves to be known more about. I'm going to sit here and talk about Wealthy Exile at pretty much every single opportunity I have, just to make people be aware of this. And I'm no longer going to mention TFT anymore in terms of you being able to bulk sell things. If I'm going to do a strategy, I'm going to tell you, come use Wealthy Exile to do all of your trading. Now, there is one small downside of Wealthy Exile. And this is something that I really hope the devs of this website can either change or add as soon as possible. And that is compasses. Unfortunately, you cannot buy compasses as easily as you can on PoeStrat. Because if we go here and look at compasses, for example, and if we look at maybe this person's offering for 330 div worth of scarabs, and I look at view details, unfortunately, it's just going to show everything that they actually have. And it's not going to be able to let you to specifically search for people who have however many of whatever compass you want, or to automatically filter for whatever you want, like PoeStrat can. I really hope that this gets changed in the future to where we can get a really simple and easy way to be able to filter through these, because I don't want to sit here and do the math myself of how much are 20 delirium compasses and 20 abyss compasses and so on and so forth, and then message them for that properly. I just want to be able to click copy whisper and for the person to automatically be whispered for exactly what I want. Now, until Wealthy Exile does change this, what I want to show you is PoeStrat. Now, PoeStrat kind of does the same thing as Wealthy Exile, where you can use it to be able to sell things. For example, in this case, I can specifically go to the sell tab. I can specifically go to scarabs and I can list my scarabs this way. But in my opinion, I don't really think PoeStrat way of buying these is really good, simply because if I were to list my scarabs like this, what it would do is it would list in a fashion that's closer to the bulk section of the trade website, rather than something that all the bulk buyers have been using. So for example, if I was a bulk buyer, and if I wanted to sit here and mass buy bulk scarabs, just like this, where I just message these people and buy them for however much they have, I can't really do that through PoeStrat, because in PoeStrat, for example, if I want to buy scarabs, I'd have to specifically list which scarabs I want to purchase specifically. It would add it to my cart. I would put my minimum stock, and then it would simply just show me the people that are offering those. It really isn't very convenient to be a bulk buyer. And if you were looking to buy whole tabs of essences or scarabs or whatever the case might be. But the one thing that this does have that Wealthy Exile doesn't have is a section for compasses. So for example, if I wanted to buy yellow plants, for example, and I want to find people who had at least 2 yellow plants or more, I could do this and search for listings. As we can see, these are all the people who have a bunch of one scarab that I want. I can move the slider, and copy the whisper. This is very, very reminiscent to the bulk website, except with compasses being a part of it. Now, unfortunately, the problem with PoeStrat is not many people know about this website. And if you were to try to buy a lot of compasses off of PoeStrat, it's kind of hard, especially because just there isn't much traffic on this website. But I'm again hoping that this might drive some people over here, and this might drive the compass sellers and the compass buyers to start using PoeStrat. And with the help of both of these websites together, I really feel like this pretty much takes care of most of the things that most people want to actually use TFT for. Realistically, there's a few things that this isn't going to be able to take care of. Maybe the things such as buying logbooks in bulk or buying odd things like unlanes in bulk or maps in bulk or fragments in bulk, at least until people get more accustomed to this and until Wealthy Exile becomes a bigger platform. But I feel like this is a good start. And I feel like for 70 to 80% of what people actually want to trade and what people actually want to sell, Wealthy Exile pretty much completely takes care of it. And because the platform's already decently big enough, and hopefully with myself and with more content creators making videos and talking about this platform, it's only just going to grow bigger and bigger to where TFT bulk selling doesn't become the only place to be able to trade. And I'm hoping we can eventually get to a point where we'll have a good alternative. I'm very excited about this. Like I said, I'll only be mentioning Wealthy Exile moving forward. I'm never going to mention TFT ever again. So if you are someone who hates TFT, and if you are someone who hates listening to me tell you, oh, this strategy is very simple, you just sell all your items on TFT bulk and that's it, you get all of your money. Well, you're not going to have to listen to me saying to sell on Wealthy Exile, which I think for most people is going to be substantially better. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions whenever I can. I also stream on Twitch every single day. So if you want to come and ask me your questions there, I'll be more than happy to answer them for you there. Or if you just simply want to come hang out with all the cuties, I'll be more than happy to see you around. Other than that, cuties, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you in the next video.